Number one problem with public speaking is a series of videos that I'm making to help people with their number one problem of public speaking. I tend to ask this question to my new subscribers or to my book readers. And recently, one of the book reader had sent an email asking, I tend to find it hard. I find it hard to explain things. I generally memorize and then look at the slides and then just read it out. And this is a very wrong strategy to follow. When you are explaining things to your boss or to a group of people, you need to really know what you're talking about, right? So the first factor I see when somebody comes to me with a problem is, are they good at their topic? Now that is not a public speaking problem, that is an expertise problem. If you're not good at the domain or the work that you are supposed to do, then I would recommend you just get good at it before even you start speaking about it. Sometimes you have to manage a situation, so it's always a balance. But the first thing I want you to understand is expertise. Public speaking won't solve your expertise problem, right? So if you're good at what you do, if you have the knowledge of what you want to convey and then just expressing it is a problem, then yeah, it's a communication problem. And the second tip I would give you is, have somebody who trusts listen to you. Ask them if it's making sense. They don't need to know your domain or your area of expertise. But if you can simplify it and try to explain them in a layman's term, and if they're able to follow, then you're doing a good job. And obviously, if somebody who knows the subject is going to hear you, they are going to get it, right? And the third tip I would give you is, always see through the lens of clarity, right? Clarity is the most important thing in a presentation. And I asked the same thing to my and I said the same thing to my reader, and the reader asked me, are there any tips for improving clarity? Good question. So I took a step back and I started thinking, how can we do it? And this is a tip I have. Record yourself giving a speech presentation. Look at yourself for the pacing, for the words, for the body language, and pick couple of obvious things. Surely there are a few things that will jump out as something wrong or something that can be improved upon. And when you find those things, work on them. And then iterate the whole process again. Again, record yourself, see the next few things that can jump out that can be improved. And if you keep iterating the process, I'm sure your clarity of the presentation is going to improve. And if the clarity improves, your overall presentation is going to improve. I hope these tips help you. Thank you so much. I'm Ramakrishna Reddy, signing off.